Is Monday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm back from vacation, back to my LinkedIn Lives. Now I'm going to give the situation. The situation is I am watching founders get really impatient, or founders or sales leaders get really impatient with the outcomes of LinkedIn engagement and LinkedIn prospecting. Now I get it. The market is really soft. Most people are behind in their lead flow. You need to demonstrate outcomes in a quarter. I get all that. But very much LinkedIn is a balance between inbound and outbound. It is not like email. I call it like three-dimensional. It is much more humanized because it has a profile, it has videos, it has work experience. And this is the quote I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to showcase some things for you. People buy from people they like. People buy from people. Sorry, I'll start that again. People buy from people. People buy from people they like and trust. People trust people just like themselves. It's really important that you demonstrate that you've walked a mile in your customer's shoes. This is why founder-led branding, influencing, founder-led sales right now is such a hot topic, because in these tough times, people want to deal with the expert. And it's no question that the founder, the C-level executives, the chief revenue officer, the chief marketing officer, the head of engineering, people want to talk to the person that has walked many miles in shoes, have seen good, bad, and ugly. They've seen, I look at myself. I was there as a 20-some-year-old during the dot-com bubble. I saw the '08 crash. I saw it get soft in like 2015 and 16 for software. Saw COVID, saw all of this. So I've been through many peaks and valleys. And what that does, that experience teaches you to not get overly high on the highs and not overly low on the lows, and you learn to be even keel. Well, customers want that. The customers want that wisdom and experience, and that shows up on a LinkedIn profile. Now, here's your problem, though. Your problem is you've been treating that LinkedIn profile as if it's a resume. You've treated it as a balance sheet, a snapshot in time from 2 roles ago. It does not demonstrate the richness of your experience. There are no videos and podcasts you've been on, and webinars, and events that you spoke at, and books that you wrote, and all of that experience. Most of the time, I'm watching founders. It's not there on their profile. So then when they're engaging their market, yes, you're a founder, and that gives you an extra notch. People want to talk to the founder, but not a founder that seems like they don't understand the market, that they're not an industry expert. Here's what I want you to be thinking about. I'm going to share my screen. LinkedIn is interesting. Think of LinkedIn like you're curating this lifelong newsletter. Okay, well, a regular newsletter gets distributed every Friday or Saturday through a corporate email. It's nameless, it's faceless. Sometimes they're funny, maybe there's a photo or two, but this can be much more interactive. Every single quarter and month and year, you want to be thinking about an average growth rate. So as you can see with me, I'm growing my database. Usually I grow it by 0.2 to 0.4% a week for 10 years. So now at 24,000 people who are founders, chief revenue officers, chief marketing officers, I've stayed within the same bowling lane for long enough that now I have 24,000 people that are seeing the content. That's the important piece. So let's go back to this. What they're seeing is I'm getting impressions now. Think of it as inbound versus outbound. I'm getting impressions on the content. I'm sharing content. It's going out. I can see what content's getting people's attention. Then I can start conversations with those that have commented. That's my inbound motion. This is my lighthouse. Okay. If you think of Gary Vaynerchuk's jab, 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 right hook, I'm jabbing. I'm sharing multiple times a day, insights, ideas, best practices. Then I go to the inbox. And the inbox allows me to go outbound, allows me to start conversations. And now I'm booking meetings inbound, or I'm booking meetings using outbound because I've warmed people up. I've sharing videos and podcasts. And if you go into the content every single day, there is, let's just go into the profile. Let's go into today. So I'm making this very video that you see today. Let's go into today's. So we got live right now, as you can see. I have a newsletter that went out today. I have a video. I had a podcast episode just in the last 24 hours, as an example. So now I'm pulling together stories. So before somebody accepts a meeting, wants to move forward, they're seeing this person has real subject matter expertise on topics like this. Great. Now, when they're getting a message, it's much more likely to convert and have a conversation. And so, from a patient standpoint, I can't stress this enough. Let's go back to post impressions. Listen, there are many people with bigger networks than I do, but it's about consistency. Every single day, sharing insights where, and that's an anomaly here, but look at it's growing by 50 people upwards of 50 people every single week, every week for 10 years. And you're doing this and it's like a lifelong pursuit, and you'll be able to tap into that network at any future point when you need to do a campaign. I need to do a campaign. We're running a live event in New York, September 18th. I'm going to turn on that campaign shortly. Then we're going to do one in Toronto. I'll turn on that campaign and I'll be able to tap that network. But what you can't be is short-sighted here. You can't share 2 posts ever and then try to hammer people on LinkedIn and they go a month later, like, no, LinkedIn doesn't work. No, LinkedIn doesn't work for you because you're not demonstrating that you are a founder and a subject matter expert and a pioneer to a market. Like, that's what a founder is supposed to be. All that you're doing is you're saying, hey, I once worked at Motorola. It's on my LinkedIn profile. And I hope that maybe you notice that on my profile, but I'm going to just blast, 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 blast. You're not also demonstrating that you're a thought leader 3 times a day so that network is warmed up to you. So that when you do message, you're like, oh, Jamie Shanks, I know that guy. That's the guy that's been sharing all the content on offshoring best practices. Yeah, you know what? We are having challenges with our gross margins. We have a few marketing campaigns that have been sitting on a shelf because I can't resource them properly. Let's talk to Jamie. So I hope that this helps. Don't get impatient with your prospecting on LinkedIn. There's some negatives to it. You don't own this platform. What if LinkedIn shut down tomorrow? It would suck. But you want to build this as if this is your personal database for years and years. But alongside that, if you want to accelerate the growth of this, I didn't ask to connect with 24,000 people. Maybe I asked to connect with 3 to 5 of those. The rest of it came as a lighthouse towards me, saw the content, connected with me, and have been able to do business as an entrepreneur since 2010. That's 14 years, primarily because this curated box, I've been sharing and harvesting every month. So I hope you found this valuable. We'll see you on the next LinkedIn Live.